Good morning, traders. Welcome to the live trading room. First of all, I'd like to apologize. We had a bit of, not a bit, we had some issues with our ISP this week, so our webinars have not been smooth. So just apologize for that. Everything is back to normal, and we are back on now. Right, so for the benefit of those that have just joined us, this is the live trading room. We are only looking for specific trade setups, so which means I do not necessarily go through all the charts. I just go to the charts with high probable setups. For detailed analysis, you will find the links under the members tab here under live. Let me just check it, live technical sessions here, live technical analysis, the one right at the bottom. This is for detailed analysis. So for example, we've got US dollar live technical analysis every Monday. Then we've got yen pairs on Mondays, or rather on Tuesdays. And then we've got pound pairs on Wednesdays, and as well as the euros on Wednesdays, and then so forth. So for once every single day, we will go through detailed analysis of each on every one of these groups of pairs. So, and then the recordings will be uploaded here. So for the link, you use the same link that you use for this webinar, that is the live trading room link. So you'll use the same link if you'd like to attend it live. It's always better to attend live so you can ask some questions. So that is how we work. And then we've got different tabs here for trade setups. We've got the trade setups based on the Elliott wave strategy that we use, and then we've got the special trade setups. There's no difference between the two. It's just this one is mainly based on the blue box strategy. They are both our strategies. They are both accurate. So the blue box has got its own. We've got the a way that we trade the blue box. We've got a way that we trade the normal strategy, for lack of a better word. Not necessarily, normal is not necessarily the way to describe it. So we can maybe call it the original strategy. So the blue box is the advanced strategy, okay? So we've got those trade setups there. So crypto trade setups, you would have noticed that over the last 2 weeks since the crypto inverted commas crash started in the last 2 weeks, we have not posted crypto trade setup. So we've been waiting for the market to set up and give us a bit more data so we can check the direction. So we will be starting up with the crypto trade setups again in the next week. So look out for that. So those that have purchased the course, you will access the course here under educational videos. And the live course is going to be from the 5th of July. So that means on the 5th of July, we are going to spend some time together on addressing issues regarding the course. So the 5th of July is the course. So watch the course in the meantime, write down all the questions that you have, and they will be addressed then. If you have got burning issues and you want the charts to be answered or to be analyzed, or you want guidance on your charts, right after the live trading room, make some time to answer your questions regarding the charts. Okay, so obviously this is the link to the live webinar. Just register to that one. You register just once, and then you can just use the same link. All right, so that is how we work on the website. Let me just check if there's anything else that's important to know here. And the members commodities, you can see that those are all the pairs. Then there's the chart of the week. This is accessible to anyone who comes to the website. Then we will be looking into doing the weekend webinar for members only. As you have seen, welcome Dada Success. As you have seen, the Sunday weekly outlook is very brief, just 30 minutes. We'll be looking into doing the weekend outlook for members. Even if it does not have to be on as a weekend or Saturday, maybe we can use the live trading room on Fridays to go through what the overall view of the market for the coming week. Okay, so that's how this is structured. So let's get started with the analysis for this week. As I've said, this is the live trading room. We're only looking for trade setups. I will start with the US dollar pairs and see what we are expecting going forward. Good morning and welcome, Michael. Welcome, Tendai. Right, Euro US dollar, let's have a look at the Euro US dollar. Let's look at the structure on Euro US dollar. So Euro US dollar, it is setting up for a bounce, but is that bounce the one that's going to take us all the way to the upside? So what we are seeing here on Euro US dollar, yes, we are getting confirmation that we're going to see upside. Remember, the strategy does not tell you how far a move is going to go. that you project based on the sequence in the cycle. That means you need to understand wave theory to understand how far the move will go. So for now, what we are expecting, as much as the indicator on the 1 hour is showing us that we're going to get a bounce here in 3 waves for a B, we are not really expecting that this is going to go all the way. We're going to be expecting another move to the downside here. Where is this coming from? So if you've seen the live analysis on Monday, you would see that what we're expecting here in this leg is this minor red degree that is going up in 5 waves. That's 5 waves in the green degree there. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in wave 1. We've got wave 2 here as follows in the red degree. You should actually choose one line here to show that that is the 3 waves. Now we are looking at this as a lower degree diagonal for the next move. The same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the green degree is what we're expecting here, but we're expecting that this is the 1, this is the 2. We're looking for then a 3 to go to the upside. So this 3 will be the big one that goes on Euro US dollar. So first we get a bounce here, and then we get these 5 waves within the diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Get a pullback here in 3 waves as follows. And then we look for upside. We have forecasted, as you see here, that this is going to be a zigzag. That is just a forecast, guys. It can be any corrective structure. It can be any of the 5 corrective structures that Elliott has discovered. So for example, you can get this one making a flat like this before it actually goes. There's nothing wrong with that. That just means that your wave 2 is now here. Okay, and then it goes. So we track it one wave at a time. Okay, so what if this goes from here? So if this goes from here, so that means we are going to take a trade based on the strategy. We're going to move it to break even when it reaches this level, or when this is at equal legs with this. That is what we discuss in the strategy. How do you not miss a move it's going to make if it's going to make a double? That is covered in the strategy. So for now here, if we're going to get a move to the upside, we're going to take it. We're going to manage it here. If it reaches here first, then we move it to break even. If it reaches the equal legs of this one here, then we're going to move it to break even. So we can either move it to break even at this level or just at this level, depending on which one comes first. So this is how we're going to manage Euro US dollar. Let's go to Euro US dollar, the current live chart. So Euro US dollar, as we've said, this is now showing us a bounce. Now that bounce will be confirmed when this current 1 hour candle closes. So that is what we have here. Are we getting these? This looks like 5 waves, as you can see on the 1 hour. Then we can get this as a bounce in the 3 waves that we've shown, and then we get a move to the downside here. Then we look for upside here like that. So that is how we're going to look at Euro US dollar. Let's go look at the 4 hour, as you've seen there. Just look at the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, this is the structure that we're expecting. We're expecting that this gives us 3 waves to the downside. This is the trade that we are going to look to take. Since we've got around this level, we took the trade from here. The first trade we took was here, because this was our blue box looking for upside, but it came back down here into the blue box and still pushed to the upside. Nothing has changed because the stop loss should be at the 1,618. Then there was a second trade here, based on this triangle. There was actually a nice running triangle here with 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. That was a nice running triangle. That's where we got our trade on Euro US dollar. Since our entry here, we have been expecting Euro US dollar to give us that pullback that we are looking for here for a move to the upside. Yes, we did get the 3 waves here, but as you've seen, this did not reach the blue box. That means that you would not have taken it based on the blue box. You would have only taken it based on this confirming upside here with the flag, candle closing above the flag, stock in the RSI confirming, and then you see the move to the upside here. And around here, we did not have a clean structure, so we still did not take that. So here, we were here, but if you remember on Monday, we expected that this will push up, which it has done, but we are still expecting the deeper correction here. Okay, so let's see how that plays out. Now, I want to go straight to gold before I do the rest of the US dollar pairs, because the structure on gold will be similar to this, and we are still looking on gold for that 3-wave pullback as well. Let's go to commodities. Not all commodities, I'm just going to look at gold first. So gold as well, I'm looking for a pullback here. Let's go to the chart on gold around here. Let's go to gold on commodities. Let's look at the 1 hour. So gold, if we do push up around these levels, so currently what gold has done is this, we're currently at 190. This is what has happened. So the chart here is from yesterday, has not yet been updated. So you'll see the latest update will show you this. As soon as it's uploaded, we'll show you this. Then exactly the same way that we're expecting with Euro US dollar, we're going to be looking for this to pull back here. If there's going to be another setup for upside, we're going to see gold take that last wave 5, then we're going to get that deeper correction similar to Euro US dollar. So let's watch this on gold. Let's go have a look at it. Let's go 1 hour. See, we already have that 3-wave pullback, so we already have that. This is the 3-wave, but it looks like this structure is actually going sideways here. We've got one impulse here. We've got this going sideways in 3 waves here like that. We've got this making another 3 waves here, so we could get gold bouncing up like that, making us a flat, giving us this structure similar to what we're expecting with the Euro US dollar. So this is still going sideways. So let's watch gold for now. So we may still get even gold even doing this. That will mean that this is a running flat. So, but what we are looking for is for gold to complete this structure so that we can get an entry for more upside. So we are currently in correction. So we will look for gold to push to the upside. We'll come back to the rest of this. Let's run through all the US dollar pairs. So if you look at the update from yesterday on pound, you would have seen this from here. You would have seen this and then upside. This is what we have now. This is how it is setting up. Now, this 1 hour, guys, looks like a good trade to take it to around 144 area. Now, this is how you're going to look at this. So if you look at this currently on pound, this is a setup for more upside here. On the 1 hour, let's have a look at this. Everything is confirming as far as the indicator is concerned. The daily is obviously still up. We are with the trend. We will see an entry here. So a 1 hour candle close here, that is a trade for upside. And then we're going to be looking for this to go to around 144. So pound US dollar, still looking for a move to the upside. But you do not just go and buy this just because I said it's going to push to the upside. You wait for this confirmation. Put in a boundary here. This current candle has not closed yet. We may even go to the 30 minutes here to see the structure clearly because it looks a bit messy as it is. So the structure here looks like a 3 waves here as follows: 1, 2, 3. Now we need to see the 1 hour candle closing around there above the flag. So we want to see the 1 hour candle closing there. Okay, not the 30 minutes, the 1 hour candle closing above that. Then you're going to take your trade at the closing, the end of the next candle. Then we'll look for this to go to 144. So we're going to be monitoring this. I'm going to push this up here. I'm going to put in an alert. So these are very risky trades, guys, because we are right at the top, right? So we've already got such a big move to the upside. But what I like about this is that we've got this nice flat correction here. This is a decent flat correction here as follows. And that flat correction is 3 waves there. We've got 3 waves there. We've got this as an ending diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that means you've got a clear ABC corrective structure here, and then we are looking for upside. So look for entry here. Okay, this is what we're going to be looking at there. Can you show me the waves in C? Let's put the diagonal here. Let's put in the diagonal here. The waves here, diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 4 is a little bit shallow, but you can look at it like this. Let's do it like this. You can even put it like this so that it can be, let's not cheat it. So if we have it like this, let's say you have it like that, 1, 2, 3, 4. Your 5 overshoots, which is normal. Your wave 5 overshoots. Which wave C, the bigger degree C color? I have to go to the structure here. Which bigger degree C? Are you referring to the Red Sea that I have here? Now remember, this is a working chart. This is a working chart, so don't look at those labelings on that, because I keep changing that around. So the latest updates here on pound pairs, let's have a look at this one here. You'll be finding that shortly after this. Let's go to US dollar pairs and have a look at the structure. So while I'm doing the presentation during the live analysis, don't look at this. It may be misleading because I keep changing this. This way it's a working chart. So let's have a look here on the pound US dollar. So that's we've got actually a diagonal here on pound US dollar. So this is the one alternative. So we're looking at this one as a possible diagonal if this is one structure. 1, 2, 3 here, if that is one structure. But the bias is the same. So you were looking for the overall structure for this one here. Let's show you that on the 4-hour. Let's show that on the 4-hour. So on the 4-hour, you'll see that this structure is similar to, no, I've opened Euro US dollar. I'm looking for 4-hour pound. For our pound, the whole thing is a diagonal. 3 waves, impulse, 3 waves, and 3 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 diagonal. And we're going to get a pullback here. So this you buy. This we buy. If we get a setup here for upside, as we have seen here, what has happened here now, this is a chart from the 26th here. This is a 4-hour chart. Remember the 4-hour charts, we update them twice a week. So here, this is what has transpired. We have got that B has played out, and then we are looking, this is where we are currently. This is where we are. So this has already played out with that diagonal that I was showing you earlier on. Then we are currently here. Now we're looking for that 144. This is where we're going to be looking for a trade setup. Okay, so do not let these labelings on my charts confuse you here. This is a working chart, so we keep changing them. So the final ones are what we are uploading here. All right, so that is pound US dollar. So what are we going to be looking at on pound US dollar? We're looking for that, as you've seen. This has already played out as forecasted on the 4-hour. We're already up here. Now look for an entry on the 1-hour. We're looking for this. The whole thing is a diagonal from the beginning there. US dollar chief showing continuation to the downside. This is going to continue to the downside, as you can see. So this, we'll look for this to just come around here. So if you look at the final chart on US dollar chief, you'll see also that what we're expecting is not that US dollar chief is going to do this. What we're expecting is that we're going to have a move down to around these levels, and this level could be about the 50% of this move. Then we get another 3 waves to the upside. Let's follow as follows, and then downside. Why is that? So this is the part that I'm not showing you. This is the part that you need to check on Monday, because what I'm looking at here is only trade setup. So let me just show you this, and I'm going to go to the chart so you can know how we're looking at this. So we've got this as 3 waves to the upside, right? We're getting this as a pullback here as follows. This is at the end of the diagonal. I'll show you this diagonal just now. This at the end of the diagonal. Now we're looking for a 3-wave pullback. As much as we're looking for these to eventually push to the upside, currently we've got a confirmation, almost confirmation, that we are going to get a move to the downside. What if it goes all the way? Then that's fine, okay? But it is showing us the structure, RSI. I'm now on the 30 minutes, I must look at the 1-hour. 1-hour, we've got a setup here for downside, but we're expecting that this will only do that, and then we're going to get upside. The same way we've got this as 3 waves here as follows. Then we're going to get this to the downside. Look at the structure on the side here. So you'll see on US dollar chief that we are currently at the end of a diagonal. You see the diagonal. Now, this is the 3 waves that is currently playing out. That's what I'm showing you currently. Okay, that's what I'm showing currently to get that detail. So that's important. That's why it's important to watch the live technical analysis for you guys. Okay, because that's why the reason why we're providing that, because the trade setups are going to be in the direction of what the live technical analysis is showing us. So now we are here. We've seen that we've got something like this, and I'm saying that we're going to have a double. What if we don't get a double and this goes all the way? That means you're in the trade and you're safe. Okay, so all you're going to do is you're going to get an entry there. You're going to put your stop as per the strategy. Then you're going to let it run. If it goes all the way and makes a bounce here around these levels, that's still fine. We're still going to get a trade to the downside. That's how we're looking at that. Okay, so that is our US dollar chief. Let's look at the rest. Happiness, everybody. Excellent. Let's look at US dollar CAD. US dollar CAD pushing to the downside. Let's look at the 1 hour as well. The 4 hour, you can see that the bias is downside, the trend is downside. All we are doing is look for trades to the downside. Okay, so we are looking for this. Am I still in the 4 hour? So we're looking for this to give us a pullback and then downside here. But as we've said, we'll look at the chart just now. As we've said on US dollar CAD, this is now starting to make a base. This now starting to make a base. So we've got this, it's showing us downside here. We're gonna look at, so I don't know what you're saying there, Phil. We're still gonna get to US dollar yen. Maybe if you can just clarify what you're saying. See there's OPS there. I don't know if that's a typo. So US dollar CAD, let's have a look at the bigger structure on US dollar CAD on the daily. The daily, you can see that on the daily, we are still well below 50. So that's why we're not ready to take US dollar CAD yet. So we are looking for this to keep giving us this diagonal to the downside. Whenever it's going to end, we're going to know if this is going to reset. We should have this one at the bottom. And we should have this one pushing to the upside. So we are looking for this to start pushing higher. Remember on the weekly, this has reached the target that we were looking for of 120 that we forecasted when we were still right above 139, some 4,000 pips from current levels. Let's take this off. Believe it or not, these lines were projected a year ago when we were here. And we were looking for this. So that's why for the last couple of months, the view on US dollar CAD has just been sell, 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 sell. I was watching one of my videos, weekly outlooks from last year when we were around these levels, where we took a trade here. And when we took a trade here for a sell, we were expecting that this was going to do this and then push to the upside. So we got the trade here. You can watch the videos. From around these levels, we're still not convinced that this is not the start of the downside. We even got a trade set up here. It came down here. Okay, so when it came here, this was supposed to be our blue box for this. We only got this slight bounce. This is a weekly, and it's not a small move, by the way. So that was a decent trade, even if it didn't go all the way like we expected, because we were still expecting one more up here. So then it kept coming down here. So from around here, from around 135, when it gave this correction, that's when we saw that that's not going to give us one more up. So that means from around 135 up until 120, about 1,500 pips, we were able to just keep getting sell setups on that. So that's how we trade practically. Okay, so that is US dollar CAD. We are currently now at the blue box, but it's not showing us a sign of reversal as yet. We're still looking for this. It can still push into the blue box. We are around these levels, but we'll look for upside. But you can see we are at the extremes here. We're going to start pushing to the upside, but we are not looking at the indicator. We look at the structure first. The indicator must confirm the structure. Let's go to Audi US dollar. Audi US dollar, if you look at this, I'm on the weekly chart. This is 3 waves down. This is 3 waves up. Expect this to do that and then upside. Okay, so that's what we're looking at on Audi. But even if we do see this downside here, mind this is a weekly chart. If you see this coming down, do not rush to sell Audi US dollar. Look at the RSI, still very strong. Look at the stock RSI, still very strong. So even if you see this coming down here, don't sell Audi US dollar. The buyers is still upside, but any downside here is currently a corrective structure. Daily as well. So on the daily, you may see this doing that. When you see this coming down here, do not rush to sell and put all your setups down for sales. Look for this. And what will that be doing? That will just be giving us this deeper corrective structure as follows: 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 3 waves down here. May even do this. So that means we're still going to be sideways for a while. Doesn't matter. All we do is monitor this. As soon as we get setups for buys, those are high probable, so that's what we're going to be looking at. Okay, so that's Audi, similar to New Zealand. New Zealand has pushed it up quite higher over the week with the New Zealand news. 1, 2, 3. I'm still on the daily here. I want you to see the daily here because we're going to expect one more down here on the New Zealand as well. Okay, if we're getting this one more down here like this on the daily, then that means the bias to the upside still prevails. Let's have a look here on the 4-hour. So just like Audi US dollar, as we've said, if you see this coming down, does not mean that we're going all the way down. This can be a flat correction after this 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Then we make the flat correction. Watch out for this level for upside. We may even have here a blue box. This will be a very interesting area to start looking for New Zealand Audi to the upside. So it's not going to happen tomorrow, but watch this level, guys. This is a blue box area around this level. So keep an eye on this. This is what to watch out for in the next week. Very nice setup. If it plays out like that into the blue box, that's the expectation. This is what we're going to be looking at for the next week. Okay. Right. That's what we have there. Did we look at pound US dollar? Yes, we have. Now, pound US dollar has already made its corrective structure here. You're looking for upside on the 1 hour. New Zealand, we've done. US dollar ZAR is similar to US dollar CAD. It has made a three-wave bounce here. US dollar ZAR. That looks like we're still going to have one more down here before we push the down to the upside. Let's have a look here. 4 hour is still well below 50, but we'll see how this goes. So as it is now, we've got a setup for, not a setup, we're showing continuation to the downside. Whereas remember, I'm not only showing you setup, sometimes I'm just showing you direction. In this case, US dollars is still going to continue to the downside. So if I'm just showing you direction, that means that the trade may not necessarily have a good risk to reward ratio, even if we know where it's going. Okay. Pound yen, we stayed here. All the yen pairs, most of the yen pairs actually have stayed in these corrective structures for a while here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we push to the upside. We have now reached our target of 156 on pound yen, but it's still showing us continuation to the upside. What do I mean by the target of 156? This is what we've been speaking about for weeks. For weeks, we have been talking about this. Now, that is the structure that we've been looking at on pound yen for weeks. Now we've reached that level. Is it going to push up higher than this? Watch it. Watch this. We start getting divergence here. If you look at the RSI here, we may see that it may not get to new highs here. As long as it does not get to new highs and we start making a trend here, that's when this is going to reverse. Right? But that is not reversal yet. Right, US dollar yen. US dollar yen on the weekly, this is what we're seeing. On the weekly, we may even get US dollar yen doing that. We may get this one pushing up higher first to around 112 before coming down for 1 and then upside. So let's go look in the lower degree what US dollar yen is doing. I'm actually doing a lot of time frames here. So what are we seeing here in the daily? On the daily, we are seeing US dollar yen it's going to at least get to around 112. That's on the daily. Okay, so we'll saw this flat corrective structure. This is what we spoke about. Well, it was here that it's going to come here and then it's going to push to the upside. So it is pushing to the upside. Can you get involved in there? Direction on the 4 hour is still showing upside, but 4 hour does not have a trade setup. Maybe you can have one on the 1 hour to take you to 112. Watch out for this. This will take you to 112, whichever corrective structure here you get on the 1 hour. This will take you to 112 on US dollar yen. So watch this. Euro yen, this has just been moving in blue boxes from right to the bottom. From right at the bottom, we've now pushed to the upside. We've missed this blue box by a few pips, measly few pips, that's fine. So that means that you can only take the trade around here. This was another one, another blue box. Now we're getting a continuation to the upside. But like I said, this is now at the extremes. So we prefer to have corrective structures this size. This size. That's what takes us higher. These smaller ones are pretty risky because they may not be ready as yet. See this was even better. See what happens when you've got a bigger one. This was a bigger one from right here at the bottom. This was also another one at the blue box around here, pushed to the upside. We've got a blue box here, pushed up, blue box, pushed up. This one missed the blue box. That means there was a new entry here. This one, blue box on the 1 hour, exactly the same thing. Why are we doing that? Because we are just looking at the trend. So now this is still going to continue to the upside as well. So it was the case for Chief Yen as well. Chief Yen and Euro Yen are correlated. You can see Chief Yen is still showing continuation to the upside on the 1 hour. We are going to see more upside, but how far? This is going to be a bit risky now to take it at these levels unless you can manage it, but we're going to see more upside. CAD Yen, another upside here. We're going to look at this to push to the upside. That is a 1 hour continuation there. If you remember, CAD Yen has made the 5 waves. We took it together with CAD Chief, has made 5 waves. We actually expected CAD Yen. This was a good trade. So, but what we expected here with this, so we got the trade set up here. Those of you that took the trade, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Around here, we exited at 90. We exited the trade because we saw this. Now it made a pullback here. We're actually looking for this to come around this so that we can get involved in the new one. We didn't. That's fine. We already had made our money. If we had come to around these levels, we would have taken another trade for more upside, but we already exited. So you don't want to be greedy. Now this is showing us continuation to the upside. But what if now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then you start getting a deeper pullback? Okay, so you don't want to be involved when you don't know what the structure is doing there. But we are pushing to the upside. New Zealand yen has been pushing up throughout the week. Look what's happening now. We are getting a pullback here. It has made 5 waves to the upside. Look for a pullback in 3 waves. Does not mean that's going to come down. We're just looking for a pullback and more upside. Similarly to Audi yen as well. A pullback and then continuation to the upside. Those are the yen pairs. Gold, we've already gone through gold. 1 hour 3 wave pullback. Now gold, as I've indicated earlier, you're going to see upside, but whether this upside is going to go all the way, that's a good question, but we are going to see this to the upside. So 1, 2, 3, 4 could even be a leading diagonal. If that is a leading diagonal, we're going to see 3 waves up here. Then that means you've got A, you've got B. This one should come down as 5 waves or a ending diagonal before we push to the upside here. But we are seeing these 3 waves to the upside on gold. Silver. So silver, we have seen an impulsive move here in 5 waves. These are 5 waves in silver. This is a 3-wave pullback. Are we going to see this do that? Take us to the blue box and push to the upside? We'll be watching that. We're still watching silver to do that. It will be a very clear structure if this happens on silver. So that will change actually like that as follows. So that means our silver bull box, if we start dropping from current levels, we'll see it do that. Then that will be a 5 down, 3 up, and another 5 down. Blue box here, upside. Platinum, we have added platinum onto our commodities. Let me see if it's uploaded yet. If we've added platinum on the commodities. If not, we will still edit. Let's check. No, it's loading a bit slow. Let's load it and reload it again. Right, let's have a look here on commodities. I just want to check if we've got platinum yet listed. Yes, there we go. So we've got platinum listed, so you can check out platinum as well. That's the view on platinum. You can check that. We've made a 3-wave pullback after the diagonal as well. We'll be looking for that. Right, so that is platinum. Keep an eye on that. We've taken this one from the blue box. This was shared. Then we'll be looking for this. This looks a bit deep. We may even get this one doing that first here. So let's see how that is going to play out. Those are the commodities. Let's go to the pound pairs. This is a pound chief on the 1 hour. Setting up for upside here as follows. This is this morning. This was setting up. This is all the latest chart. So 5 waves down. We're looking for this to push to the upside. Let's have a look at it. Let's look at the pound pairs. Start with pound chief. So we're here. We're looking for this to push to the upside here. And see, we've got the channels as well to identify the correction. 1, 2, 3. Expecting that. Just note here, this here is at the confluence with the 50% or the 61% of this whole leg. So that will be an interesting place to see if we're going to have a sell set up there on pound chief. Okay, so we are currently here. We are expecting this to do that. Okay, so that's what we're going to be watching out for on pound chief. So we were looking for this corrective structure to play out, to drop like that. But as you can see, it is going up. It is pulling back here in a corrective structure. This is not impulsive. Okay, so that's what we're looking at here on pound chief. Let's have a look at the rest of the pound pairs. Pound CAD. So pound CAD, this is what we saw on Monday. I was actually expecting this to come into the blue box. We didn't trade into the blue box. That's fine. So we have made the flat that we're expecting here. That is a flat, regular flat. We've pushed to the upside. This is what I said we should do. When you see this pushing to the upside, if we don't get to the blue box, this is how you treat this one. Here is another setup. Here's another one here on the 1 hour. But if you're looking at this, you can actually take it from current levels, put your stop here. 70.50, it's actually far now. If you take it at 70.50, that's now already a 100 pip stop. But if you are comfortable with a 100 pip stop, you can take that and your target will be at 73 at this level here, at 73 on pound CAD. Pound Audi. So pound Audi, we're not, okay, we expected this to drop from here. We've gotten only up to here, and that came with a 3-wave corrective structure. So that's to continue to the upside. Let's have a look at the RSI if it's confirming continuation to the upside. So the divergence that we're looking at has been invalidated here. We're looking for this to be showing divergence. Now, the divergence, okay, we still have that divergence, but it looks like this is going to push to the upside here. So if that is pushing to the upside here, we're going to see a change in structure. And that change in structure, let's switch this off here. We'll update that change in structure, which means we could be getting these as 3 waves. That is a 3 wave, like that, running flat there. We have made the first leg here in 3 waves, and we're expecting another 3 waves here as follows. That is pound Audi. Okay, so if we push into the upside here, pound Audi, lower degree, it's going to be A, B, C there, W, X, Y there, W, X, and Y there. Maybe with a longer C in the red degree here. That's how we're going to look at that. Okay, so that is pound Audi and New Zealand. So pound New Zealand and pound Audi looking like this. So this, we're looking at this to be giving us this structure and then downside here. But here's another alternative. We are not taking a trade here. This is another alternative. 3 waves up here, 3 waves back, and this one come and retest this level here at 198. This is pushing up to 198. We're not taking the trade here because the structure is not clear. So we'll wait for the structure to be clear. If we get to this level, we come back down here. We'll look for the blue box here if we're going to take it to the upside. Okay, so that is a pound New Zealand, pound chief. We've already gone through pound CAD. We've gone through all the pound pairs, euro pound. So euro pound, we have been looking at this corrective structure for a while. Since that has been, I think we had a number of discussions regarding this, whether this, first of all, 1, 2, 3, flat correction is going to play out. Okay, I remember somebody asking that the live technical analysis has been forecasting that we're going to see upside here. Yes, that was the forecast on the live technical analysis. And as you see here, we were going in the right direction, but it's going in a okay, guys, let's continue. Don't know what happened there. Everything is still fine, so let's continue. Right, so this is pound, euro pound. So that was the focus. Live technical analysis, we're looking for this to push to the upside. It pushes correctively. That's how we saw that this is not going to go all the way. Okay, you should not have necessarily lost a trade or taken a trade here to the upside. So now here is telling you this, that it's what this is telling us is that this is not a flat correction, so that will be invalidated. Now the setup is going to be here. We are going to see more downside here. We're going to have a 1 hour setup and the target is going to be here. What does this mean for the pound pairs? Because here we've got a pound as the quoted currency. That means if we're seeing this one coming down, the rest of the pound pairs should continue to the upside, including pound US dollar. So this will be the setup here for downside. I would have preferred to take this one from right at the blue box and not here at the bottom, because this is quite a significant move here. I would have preferred to take it here. And as you can see, this blue box has actually shifted because the structure changed like this. 1, 2, 3. Complex correction here. That's the new blue box. Then we come down here. Now 1 hour, on the 1 hour, look to take this. Let's look at that on the 1 hour. If you do not take it on the blue box, you look for that 1 hour setup there. Let's have a look at that 1 hour. Because the 4 hour does not have a straight setup. The 1 hour, we're looking for this one to come around here. We're looking for this to push to the downside. If you don't get that, don't take that trade, because it can keep pushing back here before it comes down. So the same way this setup here for downside, when this was at the top, this one is the bottom. That's what we're looking at here. Okay, that is a euro pound. Euro Audi, just going sideways, really. We're looking for this one to drop and follow what euro US dollar has done. Now we've got these 3 waves down, we've got 2 waves pull back. We may get one more down here. If this gives us one more down correctively like this, that means we're not going to get the drop as yet on euro Audi. Same as euro New Zealand. So euro New Zealand has dropped quite significantly. But as you can see here, we are getting a pullback. Is that going to be a 3-wave pullback before we push to the downside? Okay, so that is Euro New Zealand. and we're going to be looking for this to continue to the downside after this 3-wave pullback here. Okay. Right, so that is Euro New Zealand. Let's have a look at Euro CAD. This was our trade setup. Going well, actually. And because oil is pushing up higher now, we're seeing this 3-wave pullback here to around the blue box area where we're looking for this to be the blue box. Now we're starting to come down here, 1 hour setup. Look for this one to come down. Euro Chief, still around the same area, but it looks like this is forming a base. We're going to see a continuation down here. We are getting divergence here, but I'm not looking at a trade here. We'll update this as and when we get more data around these levels. The crosses, we're getting a pullback on Audi US dollar. So this is how we would have missed Audi New Zealand. So Audi New Zealand, I was looking to take it here. It did not get there, but gave a setup here. But I was not really interested in taking it here. I wanted it from the blue box. Audi CAD still continues to the downside after 3-wave pullback. So that just means the oil strength is back and we are going to see this continue to the downside. Oil strength is back, so we'll expect this to continue to the upside. Now, talking about oil, did we do oil? Let's have a look at oil, because oil gave a setup here yesterday and then pushed to the upside. So if you are lucky, this would have made 5 waves here. Then you start getting an entry here for more upside. Okay, so that is oil, and that's how we're going to be looking at that. So look for a setup here. If you do not take it here, it's fine. Wait for it to give us another setup. Let's look at the crosses. New Zealand, just a bounce. Audi CAD will continue to the downside. New Zealand CAD. Now New Zealand CAD, look for 1 hour pullbacks here. Look for 1 hour pullbacks. It has made this nice expanding flat. We'll be looking for this. Oil strength is back, so all the pairs with a CAD as the code should start pushing lower. Now, do not just go and sell this. Wait for it to pull back, give you a setup, especially when it pulls back around this. And while this is at the top, then you get a setup, then that's how you're going to take that. Okay, so we'll be uploading this as and when they set up. Here's another one. This is one we took from the blue box around here. We've got a bounce here, but it doesn't look like it's ready to go yet, so we'll be waiting for this. But this should show strength with oil. A setup on CAD Chief will be a similar setup with oil. Let's look at the indices. Looking at the indices, we're expecting that this will first push to the downside here first, looking at that as a regular flat and then upside. So we did not get that one more down. That is 1, 2. Are we going to get this one to pull back from around this level, making a flat? Let's watch that level. Similar to the Dow Jones Industrial. 1, 2, 3. We can still get this leg down here before we push to the upside. The NASDAQ, we are going sideways, so we will see upside. We'll see upside. Even if we do get this one more down here first, we'll see upside. So then you have to watch for this to push to the to break to close above the upper boundary of the flag for more upside. UK 100. UK 100 on the 1 hour, still going sideways. So what we're gonna see here is this doing that. We can still go much more sideways. That will be the structure. That will be the structure. And that will be the structure for this one. So let's just watch that. DAX. Since we took it from the blue box, we're still expecting this to give us a continuation pattern for more upside. That is the DAX. Nikkei. Nikkei just needs to, so we also had a blue box here on the Nikkei. We even expected this looking for one more up, one more down here before it pushes to the upside. What you're going to see here on the Nikkei is that if we break above this we're going to see further upside. We're going to break the previous high here on the Nikkei. Nifty, impulsive move, no trade setup here. We just continue to the upside. We saw this one here from pushing from right at the bottom here. That is the Nifty. And let's go to the cryptocurrencies. Are the cryptocurrencies ready for a push to the upside? Let's have a look here. So Sunday, we expected that we're going to have, as we've seen here, this has gone up in 3 waves. This has come down in 3. We're expecting 3 waves here before we get another push to the downside and then upside here on Bitcoin. So this is Bitcoin on the 1 hour. We are going sideways currently. Is this the 3 waves up, the 3 waves down? Is this another 3 waves up? What do I mean by 3 waves up here? So this could be very well be a structure here. The 3 waves here you cannot see clearly, but this is you can see clearly. So 3, 3, 3 here on Bitcoin is possible, but even that we're still expecting one more down. So the bearish moves on the cryptos is not over as yet. Okay, so that's what we have here on Bitcoin. Right, Ethereum. Data success is saying Euro Audi. We have looked at Euro Audi, haven't we? We have looked at Euro Audi. So Euro Audi, this is what we have here. So it's looking like a continuation pattern here. So this is what I showed you on Euro Audi. Let's check out the video again. So we've got 3 waves down here. We've got 3 waves up here. So we may see this one coming down. So we're expecting this one to come down, but we're going to have to watch this first. Okay, we're expecting this to come down. We're actually expecting this on Euro Audi, but this is corrective. So we're going to watch this corrective structure here. Right, let's do the rest of the cryptocurrencies. So we are currently in corrective structures. We are not ready for a move to the upside yet on the cryptocurrencies. If you look at Ethereum, it looks to have made a continuation pattern, unfortunately for downside. Okay, so that is on the 1 hour. Is this going to continue to the downside like that? So we can see a deeper corrective structure. So the bearish moves on the cryptocurrencies is not over as yet. We are still going to see downside. Another expanding flat on Litecoin. Let's watch that one play out like that. So we're going to see this continue to the downside. I don't like selling the cryptos, but these sell setups are definitely valid. XRP, same thing, except XRP is not giving us similar structure to the rest. We've got a bigger corrective structure here. So while Bitcoin was making that zigzag, this was also making that zigzag corrective structure, but it does not look like it's over. We have bounced up from the blue box here, but it looks like we're still going to retest that blue box and then push to the upside. That is Ripple. Doge, not over as either. Let's switch off here so we can just look at the structures. So Doge, this is the structure that we looked at. This is a flat here. We've got an A, we've got a B, we've got a C. If that's the case here, we're seeing this making what will look like a double correction here. So we may have WXYXZ here on Dogecoin before we push to the upside. Obviously, this is the limit on Doge. We're not going to break lower there. So we can only go higher from there. Right. So that is Dogecoin. ADA. Similar, this one is now making what looks like a regular flat, and we're gonna see this and then upside. All right, so that's all I want to look at today. I think we've covered quite a bit for the next week. Trade responsibly. I will see you on Sunday. Have a great week, everybody. There's the question, please look at Bitcoin. We've already done that. What if Bitcoin goes one more down? What will the bigger structure be? Right, so the bigger structure on Bitcoin, let's have a look here. I think we have not updated the bigger structure on, just have a look here on the cryptocurrencies. So let's have a look here, the 4 hour on Bitcoin. So currently we are still here. We've got 1, 2, 3. We're looking at this as an ABC. You can actually looking at this as a WXY because this is ABC. This looks impulsive. The first leg here looks pretty impulsive, pullback, and this looks impulsive. But either way, you should have the same bias. Now we are currently here on wave 4. If this comes more down, we are going to update the Bitcoin structure. As to which one is going to be, then we'll have to watch first when that is invalidated. We've not looked at the alternative as yet. Let's go to the daily on Bitcoin. So if that view is invalidated, we have to look at that wave 4. So the invalidation area for this wave 4, for this, look at the yellow degree first. Let's just look here at the wave 4. So we've got a wave 4. That's the 20,000. That's the 20,000 area. Okay. So if we've got that wave 4 in the yellow, just get this one right here. So we've got this blue 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So the blue structure can only be invalidated if it's at 8,000, which is the start of wave 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is already completed the structure. Initially, we had looked at this. So here was another alternative, that this is actually the wave 4 here. Wave 4, 3, 4. Let's do this. 3 and the 4. So looking at this as a whole wave 4. So if this was a wave 4 here, then that will mean that the invalidation would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this wave 4 would not have had to come to 20,000 here. So that is the only invalidation area for this structure is at 20,000, even with this alternative. But we will update the structure if the current one is invalidated. But this is what we are expecting here. So even if it pushes lower here to around these levels, it will still not invalidate. It will still not be invalidated. It will still be in the impulsive move. And the impulsive move here is this 1, 2. We're just looking for that 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we'll update, don't worry. Is it possible that a fifth wave move has completed for BTC since March 2020? I think that's what you're seeing here. That is our view here. So there's a possibility that we are still on wave 3. If not on wave 3, then this is the wave 5 here in blue. And if that is the wave 5 in blue, that means we are currently in this one, in this white correction. But either way, what we simply wait for is for this corrective structure to complete. When you see signs of reversal, then we resume the impulse. As it is now, we're not seeing those signs as yet. All right, that's all for this week. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you on Sunday. Cheers. Bye-bye.